my channel. My name is Karina, and if you're new here, welcome. Hello. Thanks for joining the club. Take a seat. Let's sit down and have a chit chat. So, today's video is a little different because, as you can see, I'm sitting down having a conversation with you. Today's video is going to be about the way how you speak to yourself impacts your inner world. Are you ready? Let's go. So, today's topic is going to be about the way you speak to yourself impacts your inner world. So, there is the negative self-talk over here, and then there is the positive self-talk. Okay, so let me just explain a little bit about what these represent and what they mean. Again, let me just tell you this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm just sharing from my experience, from my knowledge, and from the things I have learned from. One more time. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. Okay? This is just for educational purposes, and I'm just, want to share this openly with the world. Okay, so negative self-talk is where you basically self-shame, you are very critical of yourself, you have no awareness, you're just honest with yourself, you don't take accountability, you point, blame, and complain. That's basically what negative self-talk is. Positive talk is not toxic positivity. That's not what this is. Toxic positivity is like in between. You're kind of like, oh, I'm positive, but really you're just in between because you're so actually technically negative. That's what it is. So, positive self-talk is about positive self-talk is all about your mindset, how you view the world, even in deepest and darkest moments. And knowing that you can pull yourself back up onto your feet. So, negative self-talk, we'll begin with that first. Okay? So, we're going to be talking about negative self-talk. That conversation is going to be, it's very long, but it's probably going to be in like another whole video. I'm just going to be talking like small and bits and pieces of negative self-talk. But a lot of people actually do not realize that they are actually practicing or preaching the negative self-talk, which is self-shaming, critical, judgmental, dishonest with themselves, not taking accountability for themselves. They sit there and they point and blame and complain about their life and what they're unhappy with, and they have no awareness. Got it? Okay, good. So, I'm not saying that people who are in that little bubble of negative self-talk, I'm not saying you're a bad person, because you're not, okay? You're not. But here's the thing. Negative self-talk comes from a lot of different places. It is a pattern either from your childhood, from wounds, from traumas, or whatever it is that you get it from. It can be from low self-esteem, being stressed, constantly being overwhelmed, or doing things that are very overbearing for your mental and emotional health. Or perhaps you're just facing some challenges in life and you just have a difficult time to try to look at it from a different angle. Now, the thing is that negative self-talk is something a lot of people actually practice and preach without having no awareness that they are doing it. I'm going to be honest, I'm guilty of that. I used to be somebody who complained all the time. I'm going to be honest, I complained, I pointed fingers, and I blamed. But I never, ever sat there in the mirror or even just sitting there and actually looked at myself and asking, have you ever taken accountability for your mistakes? Have you ever actually apologized to yourself for what you've done? Have you actually decided to learn how to speak kindly to yourself? And I admit, I am very guilty of that because I used to be that kind of person. And yes, I understand that if you're that kind of person who is struggling, learning how to navigate and trying to break that pattern, well, guess what? I believe in you. You can break the patterns. You can learn how to speak kindly to yourself. You want to know why? Because I am someone who is getting there. Now, we're going to be switching over to the positive self-talk. This is not the whole gaslighting yourself, lying to yourself. No. That's not what it is. The positive self-talk is being kind and compassionate while you're allowing yourself to recover and grieve whatever it is that you're going through. Okay? That is is what I mean by positive self-talk. So you can be going through a breakup and you can still say, you know, I miss this person, but I know that I know why I left in the first place. That's just an example, okay? Positive self-talk is not constantly being positive about every given situation, but looking at it from a different point of view. Rather than saying, oh my god, my life is so unfortunate. These bad things keep happening to my life. Instead of saying that, you can say, I can sit here and complain about what's happening in my life, or I can see it as an opportunity for growth and challenges. But that's it. You feel the difference? Me too. So that's what I'm talking about. So being able to talk to yourself positively comes with a lot of self-awareness, a place of kindness and love, acknowledging your emotions, your feelings, and understanding that your sensations that you feel in your body comes with a lot of emotions, being empathetic with yourself, showing up constantly, consistently, making sure that your words and your actions align with what it is that you're trying to do for yourself. So that is what I mean when I say positive self-talk. And choosing the right words and phrases and your tone, how you speak to yourself. So that was for today's video. I just really wanted to get that out there to be able to differentiate between the two of negative self-talk and positive self-talk. Toxic positivity is something else that may have to be for another video, but we will see for the time being, depending on how y'all feel. As before, if you haven't, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. And of course, if you want to add more things to the list and you want to share it with me, you want me to read the comments, like, go ahead. I'm more than happy to see what it is that you have to write. And also, as a reminder, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, not a professional. I am just someone who wants to share this with the world. Maybe someone else might want to hear this out, because someone needs to hear it, and hurt to just share a little bit of experience. And I'm letting you know that I am someone who's on that journey. I have learned to drive myself away from negative self-talk and come to a place of kindness, and I'm still learning to do that.